Okay. That's what it does. All right, 1 and 2 are up and going. We have some backup parts for this. Move the fan. This is wash and jive. Everybody right up here. Go and put all that weight on that USB-C cord. Let's go. Tessa, what's up? Get phones and cameras all set up. All right, you guys are watching. Let me know if you can see everything. I think you can. Okay, we are pretty much ready to pull them off at this point.
Yeah, how do I get to hours again?
What?
Do I have to go to studio? You get to it from this page.
I can get to it from this page. Just go. Oh, why did I make it so difficult?
This is this
Scroll
one.
up. And live, there you go. Live center. So beautiful. Dun-dun-dun. Click on that. I don't think we did a studio version. I think we just went to web profile. And then,
Or you're just watching it on.
yep. I think that's how we did it last time. I don't know. It never works out the way it should.
Oh yeah.
But
Did you get it? Or wait, is this just? No, this is just us joining.
I mean, yeah, so we're watching, but now we can actually see comments up here now. So, it's not exactly the hub, but it'll mostly work. I think, anyway.
Keep lead.
Let's see if I kill this battery yet.
Yeah.
I probably did.
I think that's why I heard go beep earlier.
Longer screwdriver.
You want to just plug a USB?
Huh?
USB-C?
Really? I'm gonna drag all that crap around. Maybe get a battery pack. Zip tie it to it. I got 3 more in the office charging it, so we'll be fine. I got 3 of these really long screwdrivers. I can only find 1 of them. Or 2 of them. I need to just bring my red box up here. So. pull the whole manifold off.
Yeah. Is that what the hole's for? I was wondering how you're gonna get to that.
Yep, that's what it's for. I'm glad they thought of it, but it still doesn't make it like super convenient.
Okay. I don't know where to plug that in.
There you go. On the. Oh, of course that.
Yeah.
Okay. Screws number 1 and 2 in the show, so you guys can see. Screwdriver was clear underneath there. I don't know if you'll see any of this or not. But that hole does give us access clear up underneath. Same thing with the other side. This side's loose. Okay, and attempt the other side. This one you can actually see. Okay, let's see if they rock out of there.
Throttle linkages are still connected, but I have them loose.
That's fine. Let's go ahead and remove throttle position sensor here. Just so I don't break it. Pull this thing out. That. Anything. It should.
Jiggle, jiggle. That didn't need the ball.
Golly. A little extra. We have the professional thing going on here.
That was professional.
Yeah, we haven't signed no contract. JK. Just kidding.
Oh, Amanda Dickinson, 1891. Motorbike, said hi, cool. What it do?
How we doing? Appreciate you hopping on.
Why does it do the message retracted? They take it back, or does it get
Yeah,
blocked?
they take it back. Well, I mean, it could be something that. There we go. Bring in for a little shot here. This is that throttle position sensor we removed. Little tab right there. Push it, that slides right off. Throttle cable 1 kind of slipped off already. Get these throttle cables off. It's behind the throttle position sensor here. So I get an angle on this to show you guys. Dump gas over here.
Over there?
Everywhere here. These throttle cables have a barrel. It slides into the, I guess, female side of the barrel on the throttle plate there. There's a slot for the cable slide down there. We just need to get that wire.
Like a
cable.
bicycle brake cable.
Yeah. Just get it lined up and the slide out. And there we go. We got the carbs off minus the fuel line. Fuel line is now off.
I wonder if there's some artificial intelligence going on over there.
Could be.
Artificial intelligente. That was Japanese, if you didn't know. You guys are just joining on the streams. My name's Josh. That's Ty. Ty. Honda CBR 600. We're doing a carb rebuild today on it. What? Remember, all those little screw holes is what they took off.
Yep, no, it's okay. I just...
What are you missing?
Nothing. This has got a... Okay. Doing a carb rebuild today on this thing.
Really? This is actually fuel injected.
It's got a coolant passage here. I thought this was coming up from the pump down below, but the big one that was already disconnected, this is the pump. That's where our fuel inlets are, which is this guy. Comes from the pump. I had him backwards in my head, and I was like, wait a minute, why is this coming out as coolant? This green. That's all. So, got her all apart. We're gonna go ahead and tear these things down, get them cleaned up. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. What are we doing? Working on carburetors. Somebody just asked what we're doing. I was just explaining it.
That was Amanda Dickerson, 1891. Said hi.
Hello. All right, what do we got? Oh, yeah, we can see things. All right, we are going to get set up here. We got some all balls racing stickers, don't we? All balls racing. Should we slap some on the toolbox just so they're here all the time?
Where was that box at?
It was the sheet. The 2 sheets, yeah. Other words, I don't know.
Got it.
All right, should we put a sticker like right here?
No, that'll wear off. But we can put one up here.
Because like the camera's always gonna look down. That's kind of what I like.
Well, how about we just tell them to make one of these, because it's just, we're gonna get
Yeah, right
chemicals.
there's fine. Yeah, I mean it's we're gonna come up all the time. So right there is perfect. And I'll just kind of keep one of these. Let's see, because I've been using the phone up here. Let's see what the GoPro looks like from this angle. I think this needs to move.
Amanda's blowing it up, bud.
Yeah.
She says, said hi, hello to you. 2, what are you doing? 0189, hi Josh, what are you doing?
What's up, guys? Sorry, I haven't been looking at the chat. We are fully on rebuilding a set of carburetors off of a Honda CBR 600 crotch rocket. Also filming video for some new collaborations. There, that's a good word. That we're doing. So y'all get to see the behind the scenes and all the crap that we do. Nope, don't want that. Oh.
Nope, not just kidding.
Okay, so if I put this in here, working on some new film setups too for all this stuff. So, yeah, you guys get to
get the super behind the scenes on this. Alright, so if we do GoPro here. Stop. What are you doing? I guess I don't really care which way this is because the footage can always be turned. Let's go like this. Inches up. And unless they want to provide something, they're going to get covered. And I need to bring up the light out here. So with the light and paper towel. That looks good. You can see all the corners. Looks fantastic. Got a flash goal. Let's go. Amir, what's up? How we doing?
Amir, was that his name?
No. I remember that guy's name. I don't remember what that was.
I want to say it's a boo. Or a goo.
It was like a
A shoe?
There was an A, S, H, and a K.
A shod. Was it a shod?
Shot. Yeah.
We'll do that thing where, like, you know, they're like, you know, comment here, and every day we'll pick a name, and we'll, you know, the guy who did it, like, who wrote it all over, like, his McLaren or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that?
Yep.
We'll do that, but we'll just be like, every day we'll pick a name, and we'll get it tattooed on Josh. Yep, I'll go right up and get all up in that thing.
Yeah, boy. Alright, well, hopefully no people walk in the shop today. Well,
Hopefully they do.
one guy we won't walk in the shop today. Won't too many. Okay, everybody, lives 1 and 2. Can we see everything? Oh yeah, that looks good. Get my big old light over here. Come on, there we go. Ooh, look at that. Look a professional over here.
Look over there, see?
How's it look on the old
Inner tubes.
pros up the go? Little harsh, but that works. I think that will make everything look. Oh yeah, gonna look great. Both of these phones are in use.
What do you need, another one?
I'm just, we gotta make 2 kind of like teasers to talk about too. So I think one teaser, like I'll have this broken down and we'll film it, just showing like making it look like a mess.
Okay, we've got my phone and yours.
Yeah, and then show the bike. That'll be a teaser. Talk about like, are you afraid to jump into this? Like, well, let's show you what you can do with the car kit from Almost Racing.
How about you?
Stover's Motor, this is Josh. How can I help you? Hello? Hello? Nope.
I like the deeper voice.
Hello.
Hello.
How does that feel, baby? All right. Oh, I guess what I was saying is I'm gonna make a couple little teaser things, and then I'm just trying to figure out: do we want to use another camera? Like if I'm breaking this down,
Mm-hmm.
do you want to film on the side? I think you should. I'll just give you my phone. All right, where are we at? And that way, if there's any questions, you can ask questions. We can turn that. I turned it way up today. Try to keep it warm in here. Oh, I got the third phone at the house, or the fourth phone. My wife's old one. All right, I'll just start breaking it down. So I'm gonna need this screwdriver. Gonna need, oh, Honda.
What do they need?
Oh, they're mixture screws. They've got freaking,
Covers on it?
take a D-ring. I have the 204. It's just a pain in the butt. I'll bring that up towards the end of this assembly then. Somebody sprayed.
What?
Looked like they sprayed maybe lithium grease
On it?
on it. Oh yeah, we did. Try to get
Did we put, I don't think we put we thought we just used.
just to try to lubricate those
I thought we used
slides.
BB Blast.
That's what it was. It's just on there. I was just laughing. I'm like, what is this? Oh, something we had done. Sorry,
We're good. We're Gucci.
I'm special. I get that. All right, here we go. Breakdown of these carburetors. So we have 4 of these. I like to kind of keep all the parts together on this. I'll go through the kit here when we get this thing disassembled. But anytime I reference this carburetor, we've got the top side of the carburetor, which is where our CV slides are. And then we have the bottom side, or the metering side, whatever you like to call it. Those are the 2 sides I'll be referencing in this video. Up here, this is our choke. As I said, this thing is sticking, so we need to get all these plungers pulled out and looked at, and then go through the carburetor. So for right now, we're gonna go ahead, just start with the top. It doesn't really matter where we start. We're just gonna keep everything organized. Our little mat, we've got our little cubby containers. We're gonna try to keep everything in. Each of these diaphragm caps, pull those out. This last one, I always like to keep some pressure on there. There is a spring underneath here. Doesn't have a lot of pressure, but it's nice just to keep your screws and everything from flying everywhere if it does decide to fly off. So there is our spring. It looks really okay. We'll make sure it is when it goes back together. I take these caps, turn them upside down, and I put it over here. Kind of keep all my parts in it and go around it. Pull this slide out. These slides contain the jet needle, which meters the fuel through from like 8 throttle on up to about 7/8 throttle. Take a look around here. I like to go over these and make sure that there's absolutely no holes in these diaphragms. If there's a hole in the diaphragm, this needs to be replaced or rebuilt, if possible. That all looks to be great. Set that aside. Oh, well, we can tell that this one hasn't been taken very good care of. We got a lot of oil in here. This is why it's important to connect your breather hoses to where they go, because we've got, I don't know what kind of bug that is. Got bugs and mud and dirt in here. Good stuff. Go and get the rest of these off here. Ty, come check this out. I just pulled this apart. I'm like looking at the diaphragm, and I'm like, man, it's like kind of dirty.
Oh gosh. Wow.
Yeah, so the breathers.
How is it even running?
No, it's got a bunch of crap in there. It's sucking. Well, no, this doesn't go into the carburetor technically. I mean, I guess it could or on the slide, but it's not great. I lost the fly. I had those like a lime green, but one of those green flies, kind of like the Asian beetle bugs. They have different colors. This isn't looking good. That's a lot of oil. I mean, I've seen this kind of stuff in four-wheelers before, but never in a sport bike. Yeah, never in a sport bike. Yeah, that's pretty sweet. Go ahead. Live stream, if you guys are following along, we just got the top of the carburetors off, and we are full of, this is all dirt,
Debris.
oil, bugs, grass, all kinds of stuff in here. Stuff you shouldn't be seeing on the inside of a street bike. Pretty cool.
Unless it's an off-road street bike.
Off-road, well, there are some tours of the U doing that. We'll be doing that eventually. Heads up ADR.
Nope, can't say that.
You don't know what I'm talking about.
Wow, bud.
What's up?
Just
What? Oh,
little grist.
Dylan.
A little bit of grist.
Let's see. Dude, this is like more bugs. That's a grasshopper leg.
Yeah, dude.
Look at this thing.
Grasshopper legs.
I don't know why I'm like,
It could be a bee, maybe?
that's soft. Well, that, you see the green?
Oh, it's one of those flies.
See, that's one of the funky flies. That's cool. I should
What do
be.
they call it? The abdomen?
The thorax? I
I initially was going to say hymen, but
don't. I don't think that's right.
I realized as soon as I thought it, that's not the one that it should be.
Editors take that out.
It was like the first one. Like I was like, oh, is that that? And I'm like, wait, that does not sound. I'm like, nope, that's not what that is.
Or not doctors.
I'm not a gynecologist. But that carburetor looks dirty.
Yeah, she's a little rough there.
But sometimes I think too quick.
I hear you.
Well,
It happens. We'll shoot stuff everywhere. Golly, that's two of them in there.
well, that's a wasp, but that last one, the big one right there.
Yep, that's a wasp.
Yeah, cute. Where was this bike?
I don't know.
Were they right in the Sahara?
Show them later, quick.
Dude, you know what? Use that as the teaser.
That's what I'm saying, like. Normally, when we go to clean and rebuild carbs, we're talking about gummed up fuel, things sitting. Not usually are we literally talking about cleaning out the carburetors. So far we pulled two bugs out of these ones. We got mud, dirt, grass over here, and part of a grasshopper in this one. And right there, that is a wasp. Never seen this much debris inside of crotch rocket carburetors.
You say debris or debris?
Debris. You guys want to see a breakdown of, I want to say cleaning. If you're on teaser and someone's looking at this. Literally, carb clean. Video coming out soon, check it out. All balls racing, hooking it up.
Today we're washing away the sins.
Well, exciting this far in the video. Tops are completely removed. All of our CV slides look to be in good shape, so the diaphragms and stuff don't need to be replaced or rebuilt, which is excellent. It appears that all of the parts are here. These carbs have been gone through by somebody else sometime in the past. I like to double check and make sure all that stuff is where it should be, so I don't have any surprises. We're gonna flip these things on over and get to the bottom side, or the metering side. And this is kind of where the magic happens. Similar kind of situation. We got 3 screws per carburetor. We're going to remove the float poles. Again, trying to keep everything with the original carburetor. Sometimes on these bikes, usually it was done on air-cooled bikes, the inside carburetors were jetted differently than the outside carburetors. Inside carburetors usually ran a little hotter just because they got less airflow, because these are on the outside, or these cylinders, not necessarily carburetors. So keep everything together if you can. Double check all your parts, part numbers, jet sizes, things like that. Let's go and tear these apart. Did you know that? Did you know that they had different size jets for the inside cylinders versus the outside cylinders?
Do you know why I know?
How do you know?
Because you told me last
Oh,
time.
okay. I was like, you did? I'm impressed. I'm even more impressed that my teaching skills are that good.
I'm only slightly hard.
Okay. So, we got some crud in the bottom of the football upon initial inspection. These gaskets are definitely bad. Say that because the surface on these is very flat, not very pronounced. They were holding fuel, but we are going to be replacing them since we're going through them. Got anybody new?
Nope, just kind of looking through the little.
Same story, got a little bit of fill up in the bottom. Gasket looks like it's definitely has not been replaced, it's flat. Here doesn't look terrible. Stripped out. I went ahead and reinstalled it anyway. Good thing all balls racing. Carb rebuild kits come with brand new hardware. We got more crap in here. I think he mentioned he had gone through these at one point.
Yeah, I think it's like right before he came here.
Yeah. Well, they needed to be gone through again. Yep. crap in them.
Started a goal.
Alright, let's go. Okay.
10 super chats. We'll do a Q&A.
Yeah, boy. Got. Bring everybody in a little tighter there. Yeah, that works. Let's go. Okay. With the float bowls all removed, we're gonna just, again, verify that all our parts are here on this carburetor. We have a main jet, an emulsion tube, your idle jet or pilot jet, depending on what brand you're referencing, all the same stuff. We do have a float pin or hinge pin, and then the needle inside of the seat there. It looks like everything is currently here. Also on the bottom side, we do have the mixture screws here. We'll get to those here in a little bit. Those are not standard Phillips head or flathead screws like they normally are. Honda sometimes uses a D, I guess I don't know what they call it, a D-headed screw. That sounds inappropriate. The old D-head. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and remove all these, again, keeping everything with their corresponding parts. And double check our jet sizes and numbers. See what we got. So anytime that you are working on a bike, everything is labeled left to right as if you're sitting on it. So this is carburetor 1, 2, 3, and 4. So carburetor 4, main jet size says 132. Number 3, main jet size says 135. So it is a little richer on the inside there. This one says 135. Carburetor number 1, 132. That all looks good. Let's check our idle jets, pilot jet, however you want to. Whatever name you want to use there. We've got a 40S. Typically the main jets are usually all the same size.
What do you do if they're not? Like, what if you get in there and you realize that, hey, this is way off, somebody's already been in here messing with it? What would be your next step?
I'll pull up a diagram. I'll show you guys what I would do if I'm confused on it. Because sometimes I get the jet placement backwards on these, because I think the outsides you want to run the bigger main jets on because they're cooler, allowing you to use a little more fuel. I gotta go verify that. So, or yes, all the idle jets are the same. Yeah, we'll pull up a factory diagram and go through it. Because whatever Honda says is gold. Tip. Let's see the best way to get these guys pushed out. All right, idle jets are out, main jets are out. We're gonna go ahead and push these little pins out for the float hinge or float pin, whatever you like to call those. There's that. And pull the float out itself. Little tech tip on these things, make sure there is no fuel in them. If there's fuel in them, they don't float. They sink. And here's our needle. You can see these needles have a little groove. It's usually an indication of wear. These ones were holding pressure, but they're gonna get replaced anyway. Anytime you pull these apart, worth your time to go ahead and replace those. This is not a job you want to do twice.
Nope, but you do want to find treasure, like a 4mm Allen.
Oh, did you find a tool on the bike?
Yeah,
Let's go.
always return the stuff you find to the customer. Unless you don't like them, they keep it forever.
Unless it's $100, because that's the tip.
Yeah. I think this brand is She.
What's that?
I think this brand is She. Xi Jinping.
Oh, Xi Jinping? Is that what that one is? I'm gonna edit out so much of this. Okay, so floats are out, pins are out, needles are all out. These do not have removable seats. I'll show you how I like to clean those and make sure that those are working properly. Last thing we need to get out is this emulsion tube. So I'm not used to this box anymore. Usually I put wrenches on the top, and I never did that when I got this. All right, emulsion tube, very simply, you can use an 8mm socket on some models or an 8mm wrench. I want to know why it's doing that. On this one, I'm going to opt to use just a wrench real quick. Break these loose too. Be careful. These are brass. They are easy to damage. Emulsion tube comes out. We get a lot of questions on what an emulsion tube is and what it does. It emulsifies the fuel. So basically when fuel is coming up, actually it comes this way, goes up into the carburetor through this tube. There's an air gap around the tube and the carb body in here, and an air jet on the front of the carburetor. When air comes in, it goes through these little holes. Basically, is what I'm looking for, not vaporizes the fuel, but atomizes. Helps atomize and mix the fuel and air so it burns more efficiently, giving you better combustion, more power, better fuel economy, all those good things. So that's what an emulsion tube is. It is important to always pull these out, clean these holes out, so it does run the best that it can. These will be the same size on all 4 carburetors.
Dude, that was a race car. That was a van.
That was a plumbing van. He was getting it. Comments up here. What's up, guys? Well, that was from us. And here we go. This is why I always pull these things out. You can get corrosion and stuff inside of here.
I just found that out the other day.
Yep.
On a 4-wheeler.
This happened. On these particular ones, this is as far as we're going to go. Let's see here. Does the All Balls kit come with? Does the All Balls racing kit come with the front gasket? Let me look this up quick. Does not, so I'm not going to pull that off.
Would you need to pull that off? Like, is there a reason, or if you suspected something, would there be an issue where you might have to do something like that?
This one's not crazy critical, but you want to make sure that there's no air leak here. It's not really going to affect, I mean, it could affect performance a little bit, but if this isn't sealed in, dirty air can get in because your
Intake's right there.
yeah, your intake, your air filter, your air box sits right on top of this. Not very often do I mess with these, but you can if need be. But it looks like nobody else has pulled these ones off either. So I'm gonna leave those on this one just because we know the bike does run. We're just having some running issues. And if not, then I'll redo all of it again. Okay. Also, the kit doesn't come with it, so. All right, guys, that is.
Read the next comment.
Hey, what's up, Scott? Delivering beans. Let's go. You right there, Ty?
Yeah, I'm dying.
Your,
Shout out to subscriber Scott. My dad got us some safety glasses because we've been using our nice Oakleys.
and some excellent audio, which I didn't hook up today.
It's been a huge
Giving us
supporter.
all the edge over here, Stoker's Motors. All right, here we are, guys. We've got the carburetors disassembled as far as we're going to go on this job. All the jets are taken out, bottom side of the carb, all the metering stuff is taken out. All the top removed and good to go. I lied. There's two more things we got to pull apart. Number one, we got to pull apart this dang choke system. Choke on this one. These carburetors use a plunger style choke, meaning these are different. These are 4 individual plungers. When you pull them out, it opens up a passage, allowing more fuel to go straight into the intake. Closed, it drops a plunger and seals them. This one's sticking real bad. This pretty much should just shut on its own. Each of these have a spring in it. So because it is sticking so bad, we're going to remove it, clean it, see if we can't get that taken care of. First thing we're going to do is remove the, I don't know what you call it, choke bracket or choke slide. I'm not sure what Honda calls it. We're going to call it the choke linkage. We're going to remove the choke linkage. This is on the top, so I'm going to put it in the CV slide caps. There's one. There's only 2 slide points on this. And that one was loose already. If you guys ever take these apart, do make sure that you don't lose this washer. That washer fits on a shoulder right here and it allows you to tighten this all the way down without binding the rail, so that is relatively important. So the screws are basically with carb 1, carb 3, keep those parts together. There is spring on this. We'll wiggle it off and try not to shoot any parts anywhere. I'm going to go ahead and pull that spring off now. So that spring is off. I can lift this up again, being careful not to lose these parts. These spacers on the bottom, these shoulder spacers are important. And then there's one of the springs. And then this shouldered spacer as well. There's our choke linkage. So it looks like these are working pretty good. So we must have an issue here. Let's see what we got going on. So if I put it on correct. Okay, so that actually works well too. I'm still going to pull this apart and clean all of it, but I want to figure out 100% what's happening before I go any further. Bear with me while I figure this out. Alright, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to put these screws back in to hold it. just right. Okay, that's working great. Pull this way. I think they had that spring on wrong. I don't think I've ever had this dirty with a set of carburetors before. So you. Yep. I had that made sense, but let's see if that actually. Seems like that. This can go here. There, that's there. Gotta do this all at the same time. Line up all 4 plungers. Not shoot that off. Okay. Let that be loose. All right, these screws are tightened down. Let's see what we got. Total binding. Loosen them up. Total binding. Awesome. So, we got some worn out choke parts. Well, let me dig into this, see if we can't get something figured out for him, and we'll continue on with the last part of the disassembly. Let's try to film something simple here, make a full video, and not going great. I'll get her figured out. Bud man, what's up, dude? Engines be built crazy these days? Yes, some of them are. Get some of these 4-cylinder motorcycles, they've got quite a bit going on with them. Okay. So currently, this is jamming. That's over tightening. I remove All right, when I have this assembled with the factory parts, it binds up. I think these things were installed properly at one point, causing binding. So I need to figure out an alternative. And technically, this will run just fine, but I don't like sending things out hodgepodge together. All right, little investigation here. Went ahead and removed the lower shouldered spacers I was talking about. Works even without the extra pulling spring on it. Problem is, that's not how it's supposed to be. So, pull it apart, see if we can't figure out something here. So I'm just inspecting. This all appears to be flat. Every now and then I'll see these things bent. Well, maybe that's got a little bend to it. I just need to figure out why with these on there. This is bind. Okay, that makes it way smoother. Once these are on, clamps on it. Okay, well, it's this washer. Okay. Hey, buddy.
How's that going?
Hmm?
How's that going?
I mean, I figured out a problem. I'm not exactly sure how we're gonna fix it.
What was that?
So, I pull all apart, fully expecting these to be seized or sticking.
Yep.
Every single plunger.
And it's the bracket that's bent
It's fine.
that's causing it, right?
Well,
That was my assumption when I was looking at it. Looks like somebody had tried bending it once previously.
okay, yeah, I just mentioned that in the video, and it looks like over here's bent. Maybe it's that one. Let me test this one real quick. So what I did is if I pull the bottom one out, this bottom shoulder bracket, whatever we call it, or spacer, I can tighten the top all the way down. It doesn't bind. But the bottom piece provides a nice little cushion. Somebody out there?
No. The Sweet Camaro dude, or the Mustang dude.
Oh. Yeah, that's good. So if I don't use the upper washer, oh, if I get rid of the bottom, it works fine. But again, that's the slider, so I don't need to do that. If I don't put the top washer on, it's also good.
Okay.
I
Now
don't want to do that because there are plastic sliders there for a reason. Otherwise, we're metal on metal. So what I did is, like right now, not sliding the best, but it's operational. You put a cable in here, that's gonna work, but it's gonna be metal on metal there. Not that this bike doesn't have much miles on already. Okay, it's 100% just that side. Also, that spring was on the wrong way.
perfect.
At least in the wrong spot. Wasn't providing as much holdback as it could have.
Would it be worth pulling out the slide? Because I mean, the slides do look a little gritty. Would it be worth pulling them out and just cleaning and make sure there's nothing on them?
Yeah, for sure. We'll pull them. The plungers, you mean?
Yeah.
Yes.
What did I say?
Slides.
I mean,
I knew what you meant. Slide plungers.
they still slide.
They do slide in and out. Yeah, we'll go ahead and pull these apart just to make sure.
Engines be built crazy these days. I'm sure you answered that already.
I did. Let's see with this one, it does the same thing. Like if I loosen it just a hair.
Well, because it's bent right there. You can see the bend right there and there. It's just slightly curved down. Take a oh yeah, look how bad that is.
So let's do pressure here. Do as I say, not as I do.
When you become a bronze certified technician like Joshua, you're a little high now, folks.
Yeah, so the end is high.
So that's flat.
Just right, it's just that right there. Is that more bigger? It's hard to get on it.
If you flip it over, use the other side, and then yeah.
Having more fun than I want to right now. This is basic carburetor rebuild. I show everybody, hey, it's easy. Anybody can do it, and you can.
But if you're also doing this as a beginner shop or a beginner person, make sure you also account for that in your time. Communicate with the customer and don't just do it and be like, oh, it took me 5 hours to do this because this problem, and try to charge them, because then you're probably never going to get done that. Actually, I think there's a law that works against that. But also, don't do anything for free.
Take care of yourself, yeah.
You still gotta pay your bills and eat, and so do it properly. Make sure you get them on board about what you're doing before you go ahead and do it.
The whole thing is just wonky.
It is preformed. You could take a torch to it and heat it up, and it might bring it back to a regular shape some. Preformed metals, you can kind of do that with a little bit, but I mean, I'm not a gynecologist, but I don't know what.
Stop saying that on this video.
What the metallurgy or what the correct composition.
These little guys. Okay, so for sure this needs to come up. Probably be best just to buy a new one at this point, because this is not gonna ever be great.
So part of me says take it, go put it in a vise.
I was just gonna say, I'm gonna go take it over there and just pound it flat. Oh, come on.
What is it?
Stupid
Oh,
verification thing, like.
Like, what? I don't understand. Like, we're obviously here.
We are here, we're working.
Oh,
Doing
Drunken
things.
Thoughts sent $100.
Oh, appreciate you, man. Sorry we didn't see that.
Or mine, don't-
Super appreciate
I
that.
don't know what that means, but
It means they love us.
our top 3 viewers are Mr. D-Bag, Marco Hernandez, 53, and Asshole.2.
Asshole. Asshole, love me over.
Stream anonymous. Keep up anonymous.
Okay, I'm currently not recording anything, so we are all set here. Using our micrometer, we got this thing bent up into shape.
We used metallurgy.
Yeah.
Is metallurgy an act, or is it just the knowledge of metals?
Metallurgy is the study of legitness. I mean, I gotta go get a thing for this now. Ooh, she's hot.
I do have the cord to just plug in, but on here,
Yeah, I was over on that one. Yeah, let's go ahead.
you could leave it nearby.
Yeah, if I can get it in there without hanging the. This is cool because. I've gotta clamp it in this way.
Well, then you can't reach the.
Yeah, oh yeah. And if I do it this way, I can't reach that either.
If you do it the.
Mm-hmm.
Or wait, just
Right.
take out that piece. Can't you? Can't you just unscrew this and then screw it right into the bottom?
If I go get the other bracket, I can. I just
Oh, I
did this
thought
one.
that had a 1/4 hole in it.
No. This is good. Gotta get the GoPro clamp. Ooh.
What was that?
And the legs weren't out on that. That's all right. I'll just throw a battery in it. Bottom, put it like. Oh, I'm saying it's really hot.
Boy.
We'll let that chill out for a minute. She's roasting.
No joke.
Oh, dude, feel that. Like that's not even like good enough. That's like perfect. And that's with them tightened down all the way. And we put this spring on there.
But
Pull on it even more.
Gucci gang.
Gucci gang.
Very nice.
I like it used.
Okay, I'm gonna
Quickly.
notice. Probably film it upside down now.
All right, got this bar tweaked, and it's working perfect with all the factory parts now. Good to go. We're gonna flip it on over here, and I gotta remove all the plungers, clean it. Then we'll work on getting these mixer screws out. What are you saying, Ty?
If somebody's doing this themselves at
Yep.
their house, if they go to you don't recommend it, but what if they're like, oh, I took it apart, all 4 carburetors apart? What problem does that ensue?
Oh,
What are
separate carb bodies?
Yep.
So, if you bait me with this one. If you separate the carb bodies on these things, you're technically supposed to resync them. Normally, I don't pull apart carb bodies unless we have a leak in between the carburetors, or we have to replace something, or there's a specific reason, then I will pull them apart.
So, secondary question to that is, say you're working on it, you're kind of starting out, buddy brings you a motorcycle, having a running issue, what would be an issue that would be evident of that failure in between versus anything else, or is it all kind of similar until you dig down deeper and fix one problem after another?
Pretty much. You want to get the whole thing going. Typically, these things were synced from the factory. Very rarely have I ever had to sync. Well, if we separate these, then you have to sync them. That's, I guess, where I was going with that. You do have to sync them, and you have to have a sync tool to do that. And then you have to basically balance all 4 carburetors to each other, balance 1 and 2 together, balance these 2 together, and then you balance bank 1 and 2 to each other.
So 9 times out of 10, when a customer comes in and says, hey, I think I need the carb synced, I need this looked at,
it's usually a carb rebuild issue, or they did something wrong. Now, if they got in and they messed with these sync screws, 100% going to need to go sync them. Sync issues present as usually rough idling, inconsistent idling. You'll get like up and down revs, but those issues can also be.
Juicy Cam Turok Kid, I probably said that wrong, asks, are these V-stacks or ITBSs? ITBs? Individual throttle body. V-stack or individual throttle body?
Yeah, these are just a bank of 4 carburetors for a Honda CBR 600.
I'm assuming that's what that would mean is ITB.
Yeah, and he's seeing the stacks up on here. These are just factory velocity stacks going into the carburetors from Honda.
So is that's what V-stack would be?
Yes, they're not individual throttle bodies. They're just 4 carburetors that is just the opening of the venturi because these carburetors are manufactured a little different than, I'll have the other ones here. They're like a dirt bike carburetor, basically.
Good question, bud. Thank you.
Yeah, so you would have to sync the carburetors. Again, normally, don't need to do it on these unless somebody's tinkered with them or torn them apart. Otherwise, I don't usually touch them. If I do everything else, get them all clean, get everything dialed in, and it's still running bad, I will go in and check that just to verify.
So food for thought for you guys is that 9 times out of 10, if you go into a shop, any shop, and tell them that you probably need your carbs synced, they're probably gonna laugh at you behind closed doors, or in your face. I mean, if they're really in the shop. But.
Yeah, we get a lot of people that come in saying, "Hey, we need the carburetor synced."
We don't laugh though. We're very understanding.
Yeah.
I only laugh at Josh sometimes.
Yeah. Well, I will ask them, like, why do you think it needs a carb sync? Because if they say, well, I rebuilt the carbs and it's not running well, and they haven't done anything to make me think it needs a carb sync, then that's not it. Now, if somebody wants to pay me to do a carb sync because that's what they think it is, I will gladly do it, but I'm going to charge you. And most people, I just tell them, let me do an estimate on it to verify it, because I don't want to charge somebody for a carb sync and it not need a carb sync. All that does is create problems for you, your customer, and bad reviews, and all that stuff. Don't like that.
What years did these come in?
What's that?
Juicy's asking, what year did these specific carburetors come in?
So this one, this specific model is the Honda F4. These were, I think, only 99 in 2000, and then they come out with the F4i, which is a fuel injected, and then they got rid of this. So pretty much anything 1994 and prior was all carbureted. At least with the 600s. I don't know about the thousands off the top of my head.
Juicy, do you got a bike similar to this? He has a 2002 RSK Type S and a 2000 RSX, both manuals, V-stacks, both manuals in V-stacks or ITBs.
I need to look up. I maybe not.
Well, so that's a car though. You talking about an Acura RSX type S? Though, yeah, that would be a car. I mean,
Oh,
that's-
gotcha. Yeah, we're working on a Honda CBR motorcycle.
Oh, okay, okay. I don't know about having that. So have you seen those? There's a guy on YouTube who made it was a BMW. You remember that guy who put the Viper engine in and it had the custom manifolds made for it that like twisted together?
Yes.
I want to say he had individual throttle bodies on there.
Yeah, yeah.
It was sick.
Yeah, and you can do that like F1's cars and stuff
Oh,
do that.
that is
Like,
such a cool sound. Like
Yeah.
the individual throttle body,
Yep.
anything are such cool
Yep.
vehicles.
well, it's cool because you can individually tune each cylinder. And like with these, you can too. That's what's cool about these carburetors on these things is you can tune each cylinder by itself. It's not a who was it? Is it like old Camaros? You know, from the 3rd gen to like 4th gen, like because you have the CBI throttle body injected, where it was just one big throttle body.
Yeah, individual.
Yep. Yep. And then after
The port injected.
yes, and you get the port injected, then each one is tunable.
And then you get direct injection.
And then direct injections even more. So
And then you get into like newer stuff that's both.
I want to get some hate for using pliers on this, but that's okay. These are plastic. You do need to be careful with them. They should not be super tight.
Yeah, they're especially awesome. He's talking about the individual throttle bodies on like Honda motorcycles. He sent some videos of that, and they sound dope because it's, especially when they get into that higher RPM rev range. Like,
Yes.
it is crazy how cool they sound.
Yep. Yep. And yeah, I guess all motorcycles do have individual throttle bodies on all the fuel injection stuff because it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep, but they do have their own injectors. Most of the sport bikes, they have the injector that is going to be right on the throttle body, and then they have another one upstream in the airbox, which is pretty sick. And those secondaries don't activate until high RPM. They'll take the
Wait, you said another fuel injector?
yeah, they have 2 fuel injectors per cylinder. So they'll have a
On a bike?
Yeah, they'll have a main one down on the bottom on the throttle body itself, and they'll have a secondary one that's up top. Not all of them, but they'll spray directly into here in higher RPMs. Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Yeah, the sport bikes are just kind of crazy because you can get into like
Dude, they're wicked.
the crazy realm.
Okay, this is gonna go number 3. All of our plungers are out for the choke. We're gonna go ahead and flip it over, and we're gonna work on getting these idle mixture screws out. I need a special tool for that. I'm gonna go grab that.
Okay, same once he got his RSX, he fell in love with VTEC.
Yep, VTEC's cool.
Yeah, it's
Very good
definitely
timing.
can be crazy. You can definitely feel a difference, complete difference in change
Yep.
when it hits.
The F1 stuff's cool because they got the variable. They got the pneumatic truck solos from downtown.
What time is this guy coming?
There is a tool kit around here.
Yep.
It was a box here. Mixer screw. I had the actual Honda tool at one point. I don't know where it's at now. Okay, so let's set this over here. Make sure nothing's running away.
Here you go, Joshua. Which Honda motorcycles would you recommend for someone that's never ridden one before?
If you are getting a new, if you're new to sport bike, you can, but I don't recommend that just because they are usually a little too aggressive for new riders. Getting something like a small cruiser is great. They do, I guess, make the smaller sport bikes like the Honda maybe CBR 300. Those are great little bikes, easy to learn on. Learn everything about bikes you can on it, and then once you're more comfortable, you can get the bigger bikes.
Yeah, that's probably going to be the best choice. One of the smaller displacements or dual sports. Dual sports are excellent because they're like dirt bikes and they're very forgiving.
If someone's going out and they're finding in their area similar bikes, but there's difference between carbureted and fuel injected.
Fuel injected is the way to go. Fuel injection, you don't have to worry about anything. Less maintenance is ideal. Yeah. Smaller displacement and fuel injected. That's going to be 100% the way to go, if you want my opinion.
Almost started son of is back.
Hey!
He started with a Ninja 250.
Yep, Ninja 250. High revving sons of guns. They don't make any power down low. All right, I got to do the filming part. Hold up, boys. Okay, so Honda makes these mixer screws. They have a D shape. It's a circle with one flat spot, a D shape. I've got a couple of tools that work for these. Honda makes a specific tool. This is just a cheap kit that I had gotten. Works great. Anytime you're dealing with mixture screws, before we remove them, anytime that you remove one of these mixture screws, you want to figure out where it is currently located, up and down, because the tighter, I want to explain this. The tighter this mixture screw, the less fuel there is, and the looser it is, the more fuel. So, I want to figure out what I like to do is get on here, and we'll count half turns until we hit bottom. So we got half a turn there, full turn, 1.5, only 1.5. Try this one. I like these D ones. That's not working. Crap. Do as I say, not as I do.
Is that one working?
Yeah, not great, but it's working. This is one I usually use, but it's not grabbing very well. All right, so before we pull these out, we'll just tighten them all the way down, count the turns. This guy we're at. These are stuck. Half. I don't know if they screw this up or not. All right, let's do the, yeah, this, I got one that works, Ty. Half, 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5. 3 is at bottom. I'm going to be delicate with this. This is a brass screw inside of an aluminum body. So we're sitting about 3. Most of these are going to be the same. So when we put it back together, we'll put these back around the 2.5 to 3 turns out mark, which is going to be standard from the factory on these. Usually a good idea to check all of these. Half, 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, a little over 2.5. I don't know, I think we're just stuck. That's good. Half, 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5. Lost it. That was already 2.5. Half, 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5. So when you go to install these, you'll tighten these all the way down to the bottom and turn it out 2.5 turns. That'll get you set back to where this was to begin with, and you can do additional tuning after that. I gotta get these out and show that process.
I'm getting these out, I like just turn the carburetor over, try to bump it, get them drop down, come out. So what we're looking for is a mixture screw, spring. You should have a washer and then an O-ring. And this one's got a washer and O-ring, screw, spring. Spring goes here, we're missing a washer here. So cylinders carburetors number 1 and 4 still have a washer and the O-ring down inside. Special tool you can do DIY at home. Go get yourself a paper clip, bend a little J-hook in it. You can go down in here and fish these things out, no problem. If they are in fact in there. So this one has the O-ring. And now that I'm looking, the spring is, the washer's stuck to the spring. So 4 parts out of that hole, 4 out of here, 1, 2, 3, 4 there. Missing the O-ring and washer out of number 1. There it is. Okay, that officially concludes our disassembly of this. We're going to go throw this thing in the parts washer or the ultrasonic just because we have one. If you don't have one of those, simple can of carburetor cleaner always works great. It's still what I usually use after. There's that. We'll bring you back in for the rebuild.
Tommy on step 2 said, where or how did you learn to do all of this?
Trim 2. I must have missed that one. Where did I learn how to do all this? So I started out working on go-karts and mini bikes. Bring you guys over so you can see us here. Started out working on go-karts and mini bikes when I was younger. Always had kind of an interest in engines and things. So I kind of learned the hard way, just growing up out in the country, not having parts available, just learning how to fix stuff. I did all that, and then ended up going to school for it later on in life. Just had a big passion for it, and went to school. Graduated top of my class. There was only like 12 students, so it was pretty easy. Graduated top of my class there, and then immediately got a job at a dealership working as a professional technician. Did that for almost, I think, 8 years in Dallas, Texas. And then kind of got away from the power sports industry, didn't like working for people anymore, and then started a couple of my own businesses and ended up opening this one up about 2.5 years ago. That's where we're at. So how did I learn? Learned the hard way, and then I went to school for it on top of it. If you guys are interested in learning this stuff, we do have a school course, Wrench to Riches. It's in our links on our social media. Go check those out if you would like. Yeah, so we do education stuff on this, do education on the streams that you guys are watching. That's all I got for that. Appreciate the question. Thanks for the recommendation. I've met a couple people with bikes and they sound awesome. One thing that concerns me is other drivers not seeing you. Yeah, man, when Juicy, when you're out riding, or how I do it, I just pretend people don't see me. If you ride like nobody sees you, then you don't have to worry about what they're gonna do. You just assume that they can't see you, assume the worst, and keep your head on a swivel. That's all you can do. Sometimes it's dangerous. I know a lot of people who've gotten hurt, injured, or even aren't here anymore.
California,
Yeah,
I would say don't ever ride motorcycles. Because they're crazy.
Yeah. Yep. It can be scary, can be dangerous, also a lot of fun. I don't get a chance to ride motorcycles so much anymore, but do a lot of boating. Jet skis are fun. ATVs are awesome. We do a lot of that. Do. All right, let's see here. let's make this thumbnail. I'm gonna set all of this. Let's get cold again. Let's get cold again. I'm gonna set all of this parts down here. I guess I can just leave carburetors where they're at. Set this stuff here. Make it look as
chaotic as possible.
Yep. So we'll go you.
Your buddy says work faster.
Work faster. Who's this?
Joseph.
Joey.
You knew already.
I knew. I was like, well, I'm trying to think of everybody who watches this stuff. Work faster. Joey, quality over quantity. Oh, there's that bug that I lost earlier. I was going to organize it all. I'm just going to make it look like it's a lot of stuff, because it is. And I didn't get the mixer screws out from underneath here. I think the All Balls Racing kit comes with new mixer screws, and hopefully they're flats, and we'll just get rid of this.
Yeah, get rid of the G.
Yeah. There are a lot of parts.
Just make sure you're not mixing things up.
Get it figured out. Maybe. Already mixed up a little. Yep. Woo.
You guys ever seen Where's Waldo?
Look at that. That is a lot of parts. Yeah, let's go. Photo. Do it from above. All right, one of those will make a good.
Yeah, purse your lips. Make it seem like. Look at the camera. Love the camera. Hate the camera. Enjoy the camera.
Joey, get out of here. What you got? I think you're working. All right, so. Well, hopefully tomorrow.
Well, check the tracking real quick.
There's no tracking number on it.
What?
There's an invoice.
Well, that's great.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. Calling. Order date yesterday. Shipment date today. FedEx next day. Customer order number.
Let me see. You can do
Yeah, I don't know. Stover's Motors, this is Josh. Good. Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Gotcha. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah. I mean, like right now, like I don't want to like offend you with an offer on it, but wintertime I'm not buying a whole lot of bikes, just because I'm already sitting on inventory, kind of waiting for spring. And all of the Harleys that I had, all the Sportsters last year that I had to sell for like $1,200. I didn't get anything for them. So, I mean, if I'm making an offer, it's going to be lower than that. So, I mean, if you have a friend you can sell it to, I would recommend doing that first. But otherwise, I'm literally looking at maybe $1,000 if I were to buy it. Gotcha.
And this is why I need to start answering the phone and not him.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I tell you what. You want to? Can you text me? Text me your address and text me a picture of the bike so I know who it is. And then yeah, if you want to go ahead and do that, and then yeah, send me a picture of that title too. And then I'll double check that. I'll reference all of that, and then we can go from there. Okay. Oh, okay. So you're in a rush. Okay. Yeah, send me what you got, and then I'll have to look up and see what keys cost on those things, because I don't know if I can do aftermarket or if I got to do factory. Yes. Okay. Yes. Did you call the 469 number? Or did you, okay, yes. Yep, you can send it to that one. Perfect. Yep, I will. No, you're in a rush. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, send me those photos. Yep, I'll look at them. I'll let you know either way. All right. Yep. Thanks. Bye.
Tell me the great story of this and why we should not get it.
I'll send the photos first, then I'll tell you. Okay, let's take a break. Did you bring peanut butter and jelly sandwiches?
I did.
We're gonna take a break, and I need my brain is, I'm thinking about too much here. We'll hop back on streams here in a little bit, y'all. If you're not following, make sure you do. We'll hop back on here probably about 30 minutes or so. Gonna go have lunch real quick. But yeah, like, subscribe, follow, do that, all the things, and we'll be back on here in a little bit. Appreciate you guys.
Peace.
Peace.